What's up, y'all? All you gamer geeks and ghouls. Welcome to the Game Scrubs podcast. This is episode number 27. This is the top-rated gaming podcast on Monday nights at 6 p.m. Central Time on twitch.tv/Hogtide Productions. I am one of your hosts, Cal, and joining me, as always, as per usual, Jake the Mayor. Jake, how you doing?
Dude, I'm doing pretty fly. I had a great day off. I haven't done much. Took a nap. That was really nice. Just trying to plan what movies I want to watch. I don't know if you saw on my Twitter, I just bought a whole bunch of movies from Criterion, and I got to figure out which ones I'm going to watch first.
Oh, I saw it. I saw I saw that Yojimbo, Rashomon, and the Bruce Lee collection. That was... Ooh, buddy.
I'm watching 2 Bruce Lee movies tonight, I'm pretty sure. Gonna watch Big Boss and probably Enter the Dragon, honestly.
Yeah.
Dude, you're so good.
Oh, man. That is beyond cool, honestly. If I had money, then I would do that.
It's funny, people put money aside every month for their retirement. I put $20 aside every month to go towards Blu-rays in 1 week of July. I'm like, it's time. I gotta be ready.
You're like the announcer for UFC. It's time.
Exactly. I'll say that like I've ever seen any UFC announcers. Real quick before we get started, some dude named Mach redeemed a What's Up My Dudes.
Yes.
So What's Up My Dudes is, a random fact, usually about video games. This time it's going to be about plants, because I don't know if anyone knows this, but I actually have a big-ass garden on my balcony. Big plant guy. Venus flytraps are originally from and only natively grown, like natively spawning, I would say, in I believe it's North Carolina, West Virginia. My
Blue Ridge
bad.
Mountains?
Yeah,
Shenandoah River.
Exactly. That's how you're supposed to remember it, but not me.
Roads, take me home.
Man, now I just want to play Fallout 76.
I belong, West Virginia.
Yep.
Meow. Sorry, okay. I got a little too into it.
You got way too hyped. The beer's hitting hard, okay? Oh, man. Well, you want to get started? What is this, Cal? What do we do?
So this is our weekly gaming podcast where we round up the last week in gaming and take nothing but the absolute top tier, top shelf gaming news, and we round it all up, and then we review it, essentially.
Yeah, we just we do our takes. We just do our takes on the news, Nothing like sitting down and just talking about something that we're passionate about, We love video games. We love how it's going. Sometimes just gonna lay it all out there and let y'all decide what you think of it.
Just put our collective opinions on the table and say you like that. You like the way that looks. There you go.
Jeez. My God. Well, yeah. I mean, that actually ties into our first story pretty well.
Yeah. Speaking of recruitments.
Oh, boy.
Twitch has blocked the U.S. Army from sending stream viewers to a recruitment page because of an alleged fake giveaway.
It's insane. It's insane.
Yeah. So basically, the Army had a channel, and they were giving viewers chat prompts to win an Xbox Elite Series 2 controller.
That's a good deal right there. Winning one of those. Whew.
Yeah. Real great deal. But upon clicking that link, it just takes you to a recruitment page, and there's no mention of the contest whatsoever.
Absolutely ridiculous. Insane.
And then when reached out to for comment by The Nation, who first started looking into this, The army declined to answer. Bunch of fucking pussies.
Jeez, wow, okay. Bunch of assholes right there.
Since then, a Twitch spokesperson spoke with Kotaku and said that basically their promotion has been removed because it wasn't following the thing. The TOS. Now, I don't know about you, Jake, but a hearty bait and switch like that really fucking boils my piss.
Oh my gosh, dude.
Right to a boil.
It brings every ounce of rage from every part of my body to my head. As
if it isn't bad enough that our government is incentivizing people's children to go out and fight the wars of a bunch of crusty old bastards. Now they have to, like, do a bait and switch with a fucking controller, not let alone, like, anything worthwhile.
A controller that half that generation's market didn't even want.
How the fuck is the U.S. Army not getting a fucking ban from Twitch for this shit in the first place, you know?
See, here's the thing. They wouldn't possibly... they wouldn't put a PlayStation controller up for a chance to win because they only support American companies. That's why they do the Xbox Elite controller.
Oh, damn right.
That's something.
America.
That's actually something I wanted to talk to you about because this is something, like, after I read this article a few times and it really got to me because I'm 27, Cal is 30, and here's the 31. But, Cal, how long were you alive before we were at war?
Let's see. Well, I think Operation Desert Storm was going on.
Oh yeah, I guess that happened.
Into the mid '90s, but like, I don't know. I want to say like '96 to 2001. So a nice 5 years. As a kid.
Exactly.
From like 9 to what, 14 is it? No way, not 14.
Not 14.
2001 I was in.
But it was, you were in elementary school. I was in elementary school.
Yeah.
That was the last time that we weren't at fucking war. How insane is that?
Yeah.
You know? And that's just mind-boggling to me.
1984.
It is. It's disappointing. It's fucking crazy. Yeah. Yeah, Gulf War was 90. Okay. Yeah, for like 9 years.
Okay. So yeah, like not like 11 years then. Is how long I've been living how long I lived life outside of war.
Nothing more American than war, says Admiral Akbar. It's
nothing more American than protecting oil interests and the stuff in the pockets of a bunch of greedy billionaires.
Insider trading, bro. It's all good. It's all fine until Martha Stewart does it.
Hell yeah, brother. I'll drink to that.
Oh man. Well, that's about all I had on that. Oh, and this is Twitch has been in the news. This article is like, yeah, Twitch has hit the news regularly recently with banning streamer Dr.Disrespect, saying he says he still doesn't know why he was kicked from the platform, and Donald Trump's channel got a 2-week suspension because, if you can believe it, said insane, horrible shit that does legitimately go against their rules.
Mm-hmm.
But speaking of Dr. Disrespect, though.
Yeah, let's move right along to the doc and the updates since. Now, last time, I don't think we've actually. Did we talk about him last week?
No, there wasn't any updates on it last week.
Right. And I know you and Jalen didn't talk about him when he.
We've had like 2 weeks of cool without a 2-week cooling period waiting for some more Dr. Disrespect trickle to come. Because we knew it was going to be a trickle. It wasn't going to be a lot.
Yeah. So basically, the story as we know it so far, which the longer this goes on without anything being released, the more I am convinced that he does know why.
Oh, he knows why.
Banned.
He's known why since the very beginning, man.
Yeah. So he says, you know, he's been banned. He still doesn't know why, although Twitch hasn't publicly announced it. Although I'm tempted to call BS on the fact that they haven't told him why he was banned.
Yeah. I think
that just would not, like,
that would drive me up the wall.
Here's the thing. It's either like the most crazy fucking thing ever at this point where they haven't told him and they just said, no, you know what? Fuck it. We don't want the doc in here anymore. Or he's just bullshitting this whole time, trying to keep himself relevant through these like conspiracy theory sort of like articles until he finds a new streaming platform to use.
Yep.
Right?
Should have moved to Mixer.
Yeah, exactly.
A perfect place for that, dude.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking of Ninja that went straight to YouTube streaming.
Yeah. Oh, like Admiral Akbar says in the chat, like you see the last bit of his last stream. He knows. He fucking knows.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
I just want to know. I want to know so bad. I want to go on because he did this big interview with what was it, PC Gamer, and boy, oh boy, I love. They pressed him on what the recent events might have been triggering the ban, including sharing of conspiracy theories surrounding COVID-19 and 5G networks. His publicist was like, nope, don't say anything, don't say anything. Basically, it's like, fuck, man, like, why would he do?
Oh fuck.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What, did you see that video of him with like, I'll be like, they can't keep me down or whatever that bullshit 80s thing that he did was?
Yeah. Well, what the quote I was going to reference for him.
Oh no.
Is how he just says, yeah, that's in the GameSpot article. He says, quote, yeah, that's the kind of mind-blowing thing about all of this. Obviously, for legal counsel, I have to be careful here, but I can say, however, that I will not be returning to Twitch, so, I mean, that's it. End quote. And, Much in the chat asks, does Twitch even need to give a reason for the ban? I mean, pretty bad PR, but like legally, are they required to?
No, they aren't legally required to. It's just transparency looks good. That's a fact.
That is definitely a fact. And honestly, I'd say it's borderline required with how crucial it is for that PR. Because at that point, like, you know, especially like someone that they signed an exclusive deal with, right?
Mm-hmm.
To just break contract like that, who would then sign up after that? You know,
that's true. That's big.
Sign up for a contract after that and says, you know what? I think this this sounds good and all, but if you decide to get rid of me for any reason, I want this shit publicly announced as to why.
That makes sense.
So maybe not now. It's not required. But I think in the future it will be based off of future contracts that they structure.
Mm-hmm. It could be. It very well could be. I think that would be smart on the streamer side for sure.
Yeah. So Jake, when are we calling up Twitch HQ and telling them not please?
What do you think I do on my days off? Just call them constantly. Like, please make me. Can I be a partner yet?
Hey, just wondering if we can be partners. I know. Okay, love you, bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah, basically he didn't give anything away with his interview with PC Gamer. It was a lot of like bureaucratic, like, I can't say anything with my counsel, like so on and so forth. So we do know a little more that basically he won't be streaming on Twitch, which is
that was
whatever.
Expected.
Yeah, that everyone knew that was coming. But also, recently he tweeted out a video. It was like the shitty 80s synth video, and he's just like, get ready for Doctor 3.0 or some shit. I'm just like, okay, man, that's dope. So whatever his next plan is, it's going to be good, I guess.
Yeah. Man, this shit is so fucking annoying with how he amps himself or hypes himself up, right? Because they say in the fucking thing, okay, let's switch gears here a little bit then. Let's talk about this reboot. What can you tell me about what you're looking to do right now? Man, you're going to have to tune in and find out. That's part of the fun. I think that's one of Doc's things, is doing these cool projects and the big surprise elements that are involved.
Gosh.
Get the fuck out of here, you loser.
Hey, man. It almost sounds like a Marvel Cinematic Universe type thing that you're planning. That'd be the goal. That'd be the goal. Fuck off. Like, what? What does that even mean?
All right, let's stop.
Let's go on. Let's talk about the big dog, one of the big dogs, Microsoft.
Microsoft is going to be launching the xCloud streaming free with the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate in September.
Hell yes. Saw this coming.
Yeah. Like a mile away. And Matcha also apparently saw it.
I mean, yeah, shared it in the chat, shared it in the Discord, got us up on it.
Mm-hmm. I knew xCloud was coming. I just wasn't sure in what form or how they were going to package it. But as Mach puts it in the chat, it's literally essentially Netflix for games.
Yeah, that's it.
Which, and to bundle that into the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate or the Xbox Game Pass subscription, that ain't bad.
No,
that's it. As a matter of fact, I'd venture to say that's pretty hot.
See, this is all part of Microsoft's big moves, right? Mm-hmm. So, have a ton of games available to play right at launch. You can play them right from your Xbox Series X. You don't have to put in a disc. Don't have to download games. They're there to stream. They pay for the service, but like, what if people just don't use it? That's the key. That's the way to make money on this. Because here's the thing. If people aren't actually using the service and they're paying for it, they don't have to worry about the servers as much. And then they're also still just making the money. I think that's the big move here. Mm-hmm. Obviously, getting the game to the players and all of that is huge. But the way they're going to make hella money is that. Just like people not actually playing, just having the subscription.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll see how this is going to be incredible, though. This is such a step forward for video games, period.
Yeah. This is basically putting video games on the same platform as movies and TV shows with Netflix. Mm-hmm. That's why the comparison is made. That's Netflix of gaming.
Exactly.
I genuinely think this is like the future.
This is the future. And this is why Phil Spenceer doesn't think PlayStation and Nintendo are competitors. Is because of this. And it makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh, man. It's fascinating. Instantly drop into a game without having to do anything, says Mach. That's unbelievable.
This is like why the comparison for this and PS Now is way different. I'd say the closer comparison.
Say it.
As much as I don't want to say it.
Do
is,
it.
Fucking Stadia. Right?
Yep.
But Stadia's shit.
Yeah,
Stadia's
exactly.
Fucking garbage.
Stadia is trash.
Yeah. They don't have the fucking games, right? Microsoft has games. They're able to get games on. They're able to just fucking pay for entire studios at this point.
Oh, yeah, dude. Double Fine. Omi High in the chat, though. Good question. Will games come and go from the service, like a streaming service? That's big. And I would assume so.
That's what I would say too.
I'd say that's a safe assumption to make, but you're gonna have your staples. You're gonna have your Netflix originals that are always there, right? You're gonna have your Halos. You're gonna have Gears. You're gonna have games that are there all the time. Your Forzas of the world.
Yeah, I imagine there'll be like Microsoft originals.
Microsoft soft originals. Oh my gosh.
Soft exclusives.
Would it suck if they took a game off when you're halfway through? LMAO. That's true. That would be the worst.
Yeah.
And that's bound to happen eventually. That's what we're getting to. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But this is huge. This is absolutely gigantic. When this was shared with me, I was so excited and just floored by the idea. It's so cool. But that's just one of Microsoft's many moves.
Definitely.
Papa Phil Spencer.
Been busy.
He has a lot to say because Phil Spencer on why Microsoft is pushing beyond consoles. This is crazy. It makes sense. The console market is limited in size, so Microsoft is going beyond them with its new streaming service. It makes sense. I love it. I'm just so fascinated because, like, honestly, I have not really cared about Xbox since the 360. I thought a lot of the stuff they did with the One was interesting and cool, but it just didn't jump out at me. But this is legitimately getting me really hyped. Yeah, good on you, Mach, for keeping this quiet because this is unbelievable.
This is and basically, by targeting essentially software and like incentivizing people to sign up for certain things or like have accounts at least through Microsoft services, that builds in those roots that then like can draw people to the Xbox.
Yep, you get them in.
So like in the article that we're talking about now, basically he talks about how Minecraft or no.
Yep.
Yeah, how Minecraft affects that, where
it's huge.
On the Switch, players have to create an Xbox Live account to play the game on the Switch. And then PS4 Minecraft players don't need a Xbox Live account, but they have to have one to use crossplay. And that's huge.
Dude, it's the Google move where you're just constantly there. They're always on your mind, basically. They're always there.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. It's brilliant business.
And that's, I think, absolutely like five-headed
galaxy brain, like
six dimensions ahead of you, sort of a play essentially with the acquisition of Minecraft.
Oh yeah.
Because what other, there's literally no other than maybe Fortnite. There's no other game that rivals Minecraft as far as like the widespread accessibility, family oriented, like ease of access, essentially. They were targeting that like universal game.
Exactly. And it's the best selling game of all time, right? It is officially surpassed Tetris, I believe, to be the best selling game of all time. When it comes out on every console, everything ever, it makes sense.
I think you're right. Yes.
It just did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. It's just amazing.
Funnily enough, well, I don't know if this is... it's got to be Tetris.
Tetris is number 2.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing is there's a couple different spots for Tetris. Which I don't think is fair. Like, just put Tetris as Tetris. Fuck it.
No, man. Got to give it to Minecraft.
Yeah. Whatever.
Just give it to him. Spoon it in, man.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But
go ahead.
I was going to say, based off of that, because Tetris is broken up into which version of Tetris, GTA 5 is actually number 2
Ah, okay. That makes sense. That's
It's been around
unbelievable.
longer than the fucking Civil War was fought.
Gosh. The first computer ever ran Tetris.
Yeah.
Gosh. Man, it's so wild. It's funny because, like, this generation, PlayStation was cleaning house, selling consoles 2-1 to Microsoft, and here they are. Here they are, coming hard, man.
I'm not gonna say that, like, there's definitely no way that I foresaw this.
No, I didn't.
I mean, anyone who watched the Quapcast would know that I was very, very, very hard on Microsoft for their handling of the Xbox One, even into the Xbox One X
Same.
and S. I just, like, everything felt like such a half measure that I was basically, like, ready to give up on them. And with what they're doing now, establishing, more of a presence even on their competitors' consoles.
Yep.
Right.
Oh, that's the thing.
That plus having a great streaming service in their own right, and an actually functional streaming service, I should say.
That's big. That's a big part.
I think this is exactly what they needed to do to position themselves. I'm not saying that they're going to outsell PlayStations, because with the previous generation, here's what's going to happen is a bunch of kids probably got a PS4, and now they're going to be around college age ish.
They're going to be older.
They'll probably just be like, well, I already have a PlayStation account. Why would I get a Xbox account? I'm just going to go PlayStation again. So I don't expect Xbox to necessarily outpace the PlayStation.
Not out of the gate.
Generation, right out of the gate. Exactly. I think it's going to wind up being one of those things, just like with the 360 and PS3, where, it doesn't sell fast right away, but then it winds up taking over and then, like, just sprinting away.
Yeah, exactly.
The end of the generation.
Yeah, where, like, Xbox completely blew PlayStation 3 out of the water coming out the gate, and then PlayStation ended up selling like several million more consoles than it at the end.
Yeah. That's exactly how I picture it.
Oh, that's what this is gonna be. And you know what? Phil Spenceer has no regrets about the Xbox One, and he also doesn't have any regrets about Mixer.
Yeah, that's true.
That makes one of us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Mixer, it was a streaming service.
Is dead.
Very similar to Twitch, supposed to be a competitor. They were paying Ninja
so
$10 million a year.
Yup. My gosh.
Fucking idiots. $10 million to stream video games. Why can't I get, like... I would do it for half that.
I would do it for $1 million, man. Like,
yeah, I would do it for 50.
$50.
Yeah. 50 for the whole year.
Give me 50. I'll do it. I'm in.
Give me, you know what? Just give me Halo Infinite for free, and I'll stream it for a whole year.
I mean, that would be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, the quote that stands out to me is, it's obviously a disappointment when you try and grow something into the scale it needs to get to, and you don't get there. I don't have regrets. You make decisions with the best information you have at the time. You apply your best effort, and we're a creative industry, and we are in a hits-driven industry.
That's very, very true.
It never hit. That's the thing. And, like, they were coming from behind. Twitch was well established by the time Mixer came out, and it just didn't take off. One thing that did happen. No, it didn't resonate at all. The whole bit thing that Twitch basically took from Mixer really resonated with them.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I think part of the thing too is, like, when you think about streaming services as far as, like, streaming video games and or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want to like limit it to what am I trying to say here? Well, they were severely behind from the start anyway, because Twitch obviously number one, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But then after that, they also have to compete then with YouTube.
Yup.
Which, YouTube isn't necessarily known for their streaming,
Mm-hmm.
but they're known as a platform for
exactly
videos.
Quality video.
Yes.
Quality internet video.
And for them to have a streaming service as well for streaming video, I've seen very high profile people on there with like 300 viewers.
Yep.
And it's because it's YouTube. Now, YouTube is fucking huge.
Yep.
I don't know if anybody knows about this.
It's kind of big.
Thing. You can basically upload whatever video you want, so long as there's no like excessive gore or nudity or whatever. And even then, there are certain exceptions made.
Yeah, and
I've seen some real Nat Geo documentaries about monkeys, and let me tell you, they show those monkey nipples just willy-nilly.
4K definition, man. It's pretty nuts.
Those like inch-long nips.
See those 4K nuts? Just. Yeah. Oh boy.
Anyway, but yeah, Mixer. I think if they had let Mixer mature a little bit longer before they acquired it.
Mm-hmm. Yes, exactly.
I think then they would have maybe stood a shot. Like, instead of putting a brand behind it when it was still small,
mm-hmm.
let it grow on its own organically, and then like just become almost like just an investor.
Exactly.
A majority stockholder, shareholder
mm-hmm.
first, instead of going the extra mile and just being like, all right, this is Microsoft's video streaming service. We're super happy to announce this.
It comes out in sports coat and suit coat and t-shirt. He's a casual gamer, bro.
Yeah. Don't forget he has jeans on.
Oh yeah, of course. Jeans and Vans.
Jeans and Vans in the middle of summer.
Gosh, in LA, it's fine.
I love you, Phil Spenceer. You need to come on our podcast,
please.
And you also need to account for these increased next gen game prices.
Oh my gosh, this response is so such a PR call right there. Standard PR response.
It was actually, I bet you anything, it was a PR person at Microsoft saying, "Hey,
I'm Phil
can
Spenceer.
we talk to someone from your journalism team? We need to put. We just want to let you know we're willing to talk about increased game prices.
We're looking to talk to Eddie McCooch."
Oh.
Yeah, but
that's a hell of a last name.
Oh hell yeah, man. Phil Spenceer said, we can price things whatever we want to price them and allow the customer to decide if it's right. And that makes sense. But at the same time,
that's very true. Yeah.
Especially for Microsoft. Which, so like their first party games, that makes sense. But what about these teams like fucking, what about like Ubisofts and EAs of the world that are like making these massive games that take hundreds of people to make, hundreds of hours, tons of grind, and then they're like, oh, we want to sell it for $70 on your console, and Xbox is like, that's dope. And then they release their own game and it's like $60, and people are just like, fuck this $70 Assassin's Creed game, bro. I'll just get Halo Infinite for $60. Save myself $10.
That's very true.
So that'll be something that's really interesting.
So there's kind of a lot to unpack here.
Right? Oh yeah.
Because ultimately the selling price is going to be the price that each individual consumer decides to pay for it.
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of what it is when it first comes out, if a game is good, then the community will know, and people will make their decisions based off of what they hear about the game or have already pre-decided about the game and pre-ordered it.
Mm-hmm.
See, and this is exactly why 3 podcasts ago now, I said, you know what? I think a pre-order for $10 less to keep it at $60, or you can buy the game for $70 is perfect.
It makes sense.
That perfect balance, right?
I think so.
If you're willing to buy in from the start and show your support for a studio or a developer, right? And enough to pre-order a game, then you should get a discount up front for $10.
It's an incentive.
Yes.
It's a business incentive.
But if you want to wait, then that's fine.
That's cool.
But in that first, month or 2 or however long, it'll be $70. Because that way, in that first week to a month, they can, during their sales that for people that did not pre-order, they can make that money to keep their studios alive. I mean,
exactly.
Developers are not getting any cheaper.
No. Arguably, they cost more now.
Yeah, exactly. Because, the longer they're in the business, it's not like they're going to say, you know what, I'd really appreciate a pay cut.
Yeah, I'd really like to work for... I'd love to live in San Francisco and get paid jack shit.
Yeah. I live in a tent just outside of the building anyway, so...
God, I live in my car in the Google parking lot.
Just pay me in Jimmy John's sandwiches and I'll be good.
God. Yeah.
But... So... I've proposed that, obviously, and for some reason, nobody's taken notice.
No one's reached out to you yet.
Yeah.
Some bullshit.
All these supposed gaming experts decide not to watch the GameScopes podcast. I'm just like, are you really a gaming expert then?
Are you really a professional? Come on.
Yeah. So, beyond that, though, the Spencer has declined to say if Microsoft's new games will cost $70.
Yep.
But that the situation is different, obviously. With the Game Pass, they're making money anyway. So
exactly. That's the thing.
So I think that because of the Xbox Games Pass, what they'll do is they'll say, okay, if you buy digital or if you have the app, we'll give you a discount at the register for wherever to, like, if you want to buy a game and you already have Xbox Games Pass, they have an app. There's no reason that they shouldn't be able to send you a coupon, or let's say if they're able to track that you've already played a game, right, or started a game, and then you said, you know what, I think I just want to buy this game, right? There's no reason whatsoever that they shouldn't be able to recognize that, and then after, like, say 2 or 3 hours into the game, you can request a discount through the Xbox Game Pass app, and then say, hey, Mr. GameStop man, scan this for my discount, please. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah. So the Game Pass is going to be the big game changer here. All much more, like Much said, makes it much more enticing.
Precisely. And I think because right now as a service, it's just, you only think about the games themselves, right? But it's about a revenue stream as well.
Exactly.
So for Microsoft to have that guaranteed revenue stream of the streaming, like, games from the Game Pass, they can, like, because they can just have that library on there, and I mean the only upkeep will really be the servers, right?
Exactly.
The servers, and maybe like having someone update the look of the menuing system and all that.
Cosmetic stuff.
Cosmetics, exactly. Cosmetic stuff. Not necessarily something that's going to drain your pockets, right?
Yep.
So by then taking maybe a portion of that profit and then saying, you know what, if we just take 10% of our profit, just 10% of it, which is probably going to be astronomical in the first place.
Honestly, yeah.
And just say, you know what, we're going to devote this to discounts for the gamers that have bought into our Xbox Game Pass, and to be able to offset the price of newer games that they actually go out to the store and physically buy.
Yep.
I think that makes total sense.
It makes perfect sense. Creating a brilliant ecosystem and market for themselves, honestly.
But part of it, that too, in my opinion, is not limiting it to just Microsoft games. So, like, someone gets the new Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right? Or doesn't, but decides, oh, it turns out it's going to be on xCloud at launch with the Xbox Series X. They play it for like 2-3 hours, and then they realize, wow, this is an amazing game. I'd like to go buy this now. And let's say it's $70. If I mean, I don't know. I guess third party makes it a little bit more convoluted.
Exactly. Sure. Yeah. Adds a couple layers to it.
But an interesting concept nonetheless to think about.
Definitely. As far as third parties go, though, boy oh boy, are we changing it up with Metacritic? Fucking finally, dude. Finally.
Yeah.
This is bullshit that it took them this long to do. It took so long.
Yeah, there have been other... Yeah.
So many games have been review bombed. So many games. But I guess if it's Last of Us Part 2, we're going to do something about it. So Metacritic will now delay user reviews for games for 36 hours after the game is released, which makes sense. Because there's no reason people should be able to just hop on and put a review up like right when the game comes out, just like immediately trashing it.
For some of them.
Oh my gosh, that shit drives me up the wall. It's so dumb. Obviously, I think these people have some major issues and need to figure out their priorities in life. But man, that's just ridiculous. And this should have happened years ago. I'm glad that Metacritic's finally doing something about it. I don't even use Metacritic because of this. I didn't for the longest time. I would see obviously the professional scores, the critics scores, and then I would see the filthy casual scores. But I also follow certain reviewers that we have the same taste and desires for many games, so I know I can trust their judgment of a game. So that's a big part of reviews in general, like movies, TV, video games. But the fact that they allowed users to submit reviews before the game came out is absolutely ridiculous. That's about all I got. I'm just done. It took so long, and it's so ridiculous. I'm glad they finally did it.
Same. And the reason I'm glad that they decided to do something like this is because there are companies where Metacritic essentially determines how many employees get to stay on after a game is completed.
Yep.
Because they'll base it on the average score between users and critics and like industry experts.
Between
which is
experts,
completely fucking ridiculous.
I was gonna say between experts and assholes pounding on the keyboard with their fucking fists.
Especially like, you know, I'm not. I'm usually no, I am pretty cynical, honestly. But you're not gonna really see anybody pounding on the keyboard saying, "Oh my fuck, I love this game so much."
Yep.
You only get the reactions of the people who get like, well, the
don't have
the triggered alt-writers saying, "Oh, I can't fucking believe this game is trying to be fucking inclusive. Why don't you just make a normal fucking story?" It's like, well, they did.
That's a totally normal story. Like that's a great story right there.
Also, be on the lookout for those of you who watch us on YouTube. I'm gonna figure out a way to splice together some sort of a fucking video because I got to get my thoughts out on Last of Us 2.
Oh hell yeah, man! I was there when you finished that shit.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, amazing!
Fucking incredible game. The people review bombing it have no fucking clue what they're talking about.
Have no taste, man.
I understand having problems maybe with the gameplay. I understand that. But as far as the story goes, it sets up perfectly. And I had my doubts about 3/4 of the way through the game. I was like, oh boy, this isn't looking good.
And then, boy, oh boy.
The way that they are executing this. But it all tied together.
Yep, dude. They know what they're doing. Naughty Dog can tell a story. They are like... Honestly, let's just say it. Naughty Dog puts together the best narratives in video games. I'll say it. At least of recent years. They have reliable narratives. I would argue that their controls are fine. Sometimes not great, but never bad. And they're always beautiful games that are extremely interactive.
Well, okay.
Hit me.
I have nitpicks with that. Extremely interactive is okay. So I put out a Facebook post.
Yeah, I saw it.
And our buddy, one of our mutual friends, commented saying that he felt like it was essentially on rails, and I actually tend to agree quite a bit with that. But that doesn't make it bad.
That doesn't make it interactive, though. That doesn't make it not interactive.
Right.
That's not open world.
I'm saying, like, for it to be really interactive, I'd be fucking with everything in there. Every little thing in there would be interactive. Like Half-Life, for example, is a great example of an interactive game where you have the gravity gun and you can pick up damn near fucking everything and chuck it at an enemy, right?
Yeah, and those graphics are unbelievable.
Are you talking about The Last of Us 2?
The cutting edge. Oh, I'm talking about Half-Life 2, man. Just like cutting edge, well, just like...
You know what I'm saying, though. I mean, like...
Yeah, when you have like 1 billion less polygons to work with, it's a hell of a lot easier to do that.
Well, yeah, but the thing is, there's like, you can see, like, I was genuinely confused sometimes when there were very clear bottles.
Mm-hmm. I feel like, I see where you're coming from, and like, it doesn't give you the option to pick up the bottle.
Exactly. Like, these are very clear bottles that were like full of vodka not 2 minutes ago.
And it's like, why can't I pick that up?
Exactly. And it's not because I already have one.
Yeah.
You know, it was something I noticed actually when I was rewatching my last stream, and it's a section where you are without weapons. You have no weapons.
Yep. Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
And you are facing a very crafty enemy.
Formidable foe.
Yes. And you're just like,
what the fuck do I do?
Exactly. You don't know what the fuck to do. So you gotta, I was like scrambling around like, okay, maybe I'll go over here and grab this bottle.
Yeah.
But that bottle was not interactive. It had to be the brown bottle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, come on, man. You gotta be, no, I'm picking up what you're putting down.
That level of interactivity is what I think is nice.
Yeah.
Or even just even just does it really have to be just a bottle? Can it be like a fucking cup? Can it be something? Any like literally a coffee mug? You know?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't. Anyway, enough about interactivity. I'm not saying I disagree with you necessarily. It's a very nitpicky thing that I'm getting at.
Yeah.
Right. So anyway, to get back to the point, the story I think was well crafted, and the people who do let those nitpicks get to them and ruin that story experience as a whole,
that's on you.
Don't really. Yeah, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong, but that method of thinking doesn't work for me. I try to think bigger than just getting hung up on the tiniest of fucking details.
I just want to know what games they enjoy then. Like, what games that are coming out do you fucking like?
Yeah. Although the point that was made of it being essentially a walk to this point and experience cutscene simulator was a little. I think that was a little unfair for Last of Us Part 2. Maybe for Last of Us Part 1, it was a little more accurate though.
I mean, honestly, that's like that's so much of Naughty Dog's games though too. They're just trying to get you to the next cutscene. Really, they're like, there's stuff here, but man, you got to get to that cutscene because it's good. It's like, I mean, it does look good. It is interesting, but
plus, to Naughty Dog's credit, there's multiple ways to play the fucking game.
Yeah. In
Last of Us Part 2. Last of Us Part 1, you are screwed.
Yep.
There's almost no ammo ever.
Yep.
And you have to conserve it.
Yep.
Otherwise, you will just be screwed the entire fucking game.
Yep.
I remember because I was going through most of it. I got through about 3/4 of it before Last of Us 2 came out. And that game was fucking brutal with its inventory management.
It was rough.
As far as being stealthy, though, like, you had to be stealthy.
Oh, it was only stealth. Nothing else.
Just to conserve that ammo. But in Last of Us 2, I mean, hell, there was an entire stream dedicated to basically no flashlight. And YOLO... fucking Leroy Jenkins just go out, literally run at the enemy and fucking start spraying.
And you could.
Yes. And it was fun.
Yeah, exactly.
Really fun. Because up until that point, I had been playing not necessarily completely sneakily, but I would play sneaky to thin out the ranks, and then, you know, I'd
go for the last one or two.
And,
yeah,
just kind of whatever the last bit.
Yeah. But yeah,
it was way more fun, and I started doing it more and more as I went through the game. I was just like, you know what? I have this fucking shotgun that has like 4 bullets.
Dude, you just like wasted people. Every time I watched you stream with that shotgun, it's just like someone would see you, they'd run around the corner, it's just like, "Bagot, bagot." It's just like,
bye,
later, skater.
Yeah,
but yeah. So overall, though, as you can hear us talking about Last of Us Part 2. It's the fact that people just went into this game without playing it at all or experiencing it and just like shitting on it is wrong. Yeah. And it's good that Metacritic fixed this loophole that existed.
Well, they put a patch on it.
They put a patch on it, yeah.
It's not necessarily fixed.
I mean, true.
That way people's jobs won't be lost over the first 36 hours.
After the first 36 hours, then the shitstorm will happen. But
yeah,
at least in the
will come out.
First weekend they won't get fucked, which is something that I think, honestly, this is why we put this next story next, honestly, is PS5's Spider-Man Miles Morales will feature a silky smooth 4K 60 frames per second mode. If they can pull this off, dude, that's gonna be dope. Yeah, man.
Ooh.
Like, honestly, if you have a PS5, why wouldn't you want to play like on this mode? Like, that's how it would be my expectation at that point. It's like, man, if they're doing it for this, why can't I do it for everything, right?
Yeah.
This just gets me so hyped for the PS5.
Yeah.
Even just this little GIF. Oh, it just looks so damn good. Watch it over and over again. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah. I'm watching the GIF too.
It's just so good. And it doesn't even go any farther. He just like drops partially through the air and it ends.
It looks like he just like becomes
it's like the cut, and that's when I knew I fucked up. It's like
it reminds me of the scene where Toby's jumping over the fucking alleyway, and he's just like, "Oh, I'm it. Oh,
my powers." Yeah, I think this is gonna be really cool. It just gets me so excited for the like I said, it just gets me really excited for the PS5. I think this is gonna be pretty fantastic.
For a launch title to set the standard, that's gonna be interesting for sure.
Yeah, that's a bold move. We'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
As far as setting the standards, though, console production, very surprising. Like, this amazed me. PS5 production is ramping up. Sony could have 9 to 10 million ready by launch. That's so much. That's so much more than what I was expecting. Because not just because of COVID. Like, really, they think they're gonna sell they need to have 9 to 10 million ready on hand at the get-go. Well, the answer is yes, they do. As someone who got a Switch on launch, I fucking hate that. Like, I get playing it safe, but man, it fucking sucks. That's great.
What I like that they're doing, though. There's reports out, maybe one per household, at least for the time being. Which I think would be smart.
Yeah,
very smart.
Yeah.
The thing about limiting it like that, though, is unless people have like a family plan sort of deal going on with their PlayStation accounts, right? If any game bought digitally will only be able to be played under one profile.
Yep.
Because that license only belongs to that profile. So if there's multiple profiles, let's say a father of 2 kids, and the wife plays, I don't know, League of Legends. I don't know why League of Legends.
Why pick the worst game ever made?
Yeah. The wife plays a husband dating simulator.
Perfect. She plays Dream Daddy.
Dream Daddy. Thank you. You know, those are all the licenses are intrinsically tied to those accounts. So that'd be kind of a bit of a ball ache, but you can also just buy physical, so there's no reason not to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, to have 9 to 10 million ready by launch,
that's good.
That's gonna definitely prevent a lot of the same sort of shit that Nintendo frequently comes up with, where people will buy up,
all of them,
10 to 20 fucking Switches and then sell them for $600.
They're still doing it. I hate it so much. It's still happening.
It is completely fucking ridiculous that people do that, and it almost seems targeted at this point. It's just like, fuck Nintendo, but I don't know. I think there's just a lot of sweaty nerds that get off to the idea of Nintendo, of being able to flip
the birds and then dude, make literally double on a Switch.
Yeah, exactly.
A couple things I want to touch on before we move on. One of the interesting things about this is Sony's new factory in Japan. Robots outnumber humans. That's one of the reasons they're able to do this so well with all the COVID and stuff. It's a great preventative measure. And then also just the whole idea that Sony shipped 4.5 million PS4 units by the end of 2013. That's unbelievable. 4.5 million? They're going to do double that for this. That's so dope.
They want to be ready.
Oh, dude, they got to be ready. I think they're going to need it.
Yeah. I think so too, honestly.
These routers look sick.
We were both literally just talking about how PS5 is going to fucking go crazy right off the bat.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone knows it. So
it's going to be so great.
I think it would be naive for, Xbox to think, oh, yeah, we got to. I mean, not that they don't have a shot, but as far as those first couple months, just
that first year is going to be PlayStation's.
Yeah, it's not going to be a question.
November 2020 to November 2021, PlayStation's going to outsell Xbox. Calling it now. And
that's why I also tend to think that if there is an E3, Sony will be there.
Oh yeah, dude.
Next year.
Oh my gosh, and they'll do some crazy shit. They're gonna drop some crazy games. It's gonna be a good time.
Yeah.
Dude,
that's all I got for this.
Same. Speaking of games, though, MLB Parks baseball. You're wearing your Cubs shirt today. Notice that.
Baseball's back, baby.
Baseball's back, baby. The official season starts what, Friday? Official season in quotes.
Yeah, I watched an exhibition between the Sox and the Cubs, and
I don't want to talk about it. Let's just move past that.
Yesterday?
Yes. I watched that. Sox. Dude, fuck the Sox. They're the trash team of Chicago.
They are.
The funny thing about this, and so interesting, is that they're not going to have fans, right? So they're going to put crowd noises from MLB The Show into their live games. The Sony exclusive MLB The Show. That's so funny to me. Absolutely fantastic.
I think it's perfect.
Oh, it's so good.
Corey and I were watching it, and we came to this realization, there's nobody there. Where's this fucking noise coming from?
It's so good. They nailed it.
Seem very realistic.
Yeah.
I mean, all you gotta do is stick a microphone out of I don't know, one of the boxes or whatever.
It's got to be great for the players. Make it feel more normal.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just can't imagine playing with dead air. Would sound great to me. Man.
I would just be trash talking the whole time. Be like, "Oh, you guys can finally hear me, huh?"
I was gonna say, yeah. Here. Oh my gosh.
Is that your sister out in left field?
No, there's nobody here.
No, I'm doing a bit from Sandlot.
Yeah. God.
So.
Man, engineers have set. Yep. Go ahead.
75 different effects and reactions. So home runs can be simulated, or disappointment when they strike out.
That's so funny.
What about if the umpire gets a shitty call? Are they gonna pump in the "fuck the umps" or "we got screwed" chants?
Do you see? There's rules for how close a manager can get to an ump when they're yelling at him.
Oh, really?
They put those rules in. Joe Madden's fucked, bro.
Oh, man.
Not my problem.
Fuck was his name? Not Joe Pinella. Or was it Joe Pinella?
Yeah.
God,
he was always
Cubs manager?
Yep, before Madden.
Dude, I remember him being out there just every other fucking day.
Every other call, dude.
Whenever he was actually there. Yeah, every other call, he'd be like, "No, strike zone's right fucking here. What the fuck are you talking about?" And then he'd start kicking the things, kicking the dust. Be right back to do it the next week.
Yep. Gosh. Apparently, European soccer leagues have used FIFA sounds for their games. Make sense?
I think that is that has the potential to be such an interesting psychological test.
Mm-hmm.
especially like in the prime time to do it, where no fans are allowed, to measure like the influence of a completely silent stadium for players and how they play when it's like that versus having that sound pumped in.
Exactly.
I would love to see like someone take on that sort of research for one of these MLB teams or even a minor league team. You know,
someone's got to be doing it.
So, but anyway, yeah, just kind of neat that they decide to use those noises from MLB The Show.
Yeah.
Specifically. So.
Yep. And sports games keep making moves. For sport. Madden 21 will not include the Washington Redskins' old name and logo. The game will instead feature a generic name for the team as a day one update for all players. That's hilarious to me. I still think... See, I think they should keep the name the Washington Redskins, but then have their mascot be a potato. I think that'd be dope as fuck. They'd move up in my books as far as teams go. I mean...
I really like... there was a name proposed of the Washington Red Tails.
Oh yeah,
a bunch of African American Army Air Force guys.
Yeah, the first Black Air Force troop, basically in World War II.
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
Having that would be so much better
than what the fucking
simply this racist fucking logo is.
Gosh, yeah. They didn't do it until like people started until sponsors threatened to pull out. What an asshole, dude. Fuck the Redskins.
Yeah.
Redskins team is trash. Redskins team name is trash. That's all I got on them. Fuck the Redskins.
Their dick game is apparently trash too, according to recent reports.
Fucking insane, man. Just what an awful franchise.
Can't pick up girls at the club, so they decide to sexually harass their coworkers instead.
God.
A+, Dan Snyder.
A+ over there at the Redskins on the Redskins in the buildings.
Yeah.
And everywhere else. You know what though? You know what's exciting though? Nintendo Go ahead.
A Nintendo Direct Mini, of course.
I was gonna get my ass up and do a live viewing of this, but man, I slept right fucking through it.
Oh, there was no way for me. Yeah, there was no way I was getting up for this.
I went to bed at 3.
Not that I wouldn't want to, but there was just no way I was gonna. I was up till like I think around 1.
And it's a partner showcase. If this was like a Nintendo showcase, probably would have made more of an attempt. But I say that, and it is Atlas, man. Like Atlas made some moves here.
Yeah.
And then
the biggest. Let's just be honest. The biggest news of the day for this, there was 2 of them. Shin Megami Tensei 5 being announced.
Mm-hmm.
And Legend of Zelda Cadence of Hyrule has some DLC coming out.
Woo! And then, HD remaster of Shin Megami Tensei 3. So that's dope. I know a lot of people that are excited for that.
Yeah, I wish I understood.
It's okay that you're just so bad at that game, Cal.
A lot of people like Persona, like Shin Megami Tensei.
Yeah, and you love Persona.
I loved Persona. As a matter of fact, I was thinking about streaming Persona 4 Golden.
Oh,
I think it's Golden.
Yeah, you should. On, PC now?
Yeah, the one that just came to PC.
Mm-hmm.
I've been thinking about playing that for a stream.
You should. I think you should just stream the whole game. That'd be nuts.
But, like, the one I played on 3DS.
Oh, Persona Q or Shin Megami Tensei?
Shin Megami Tensei.
Oh, yeah, I know you're really bad at that game.
I don't feel like I was bad though. I feel like the game was just trash.
It was good. I didn't have any problems playing it.
How much were you playing though?
I didn't play it much.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I got to it. I literally got to one point where it was like I was just getting fucked left and right by all these fucking demons, and I couldn't go to a spot that I needed to go through.
Yep.
So I was like, I don't know what the fuck to do. And it's not like the game's gonna tell me.
No.
Why would they do that? So I was just like, well, I guess I'm done with this game then.
I have gotten to where I can play in this game.
It was literally about 3 or 4 hours in.
Yep, I remember that.
That's how far I got. And I was just like, I'm done.
Done.
I don't care about this.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, maybe Shin Megami Tensei 5 will be better.
It'll be like Persona 5. It'll be the most approachable, accessible Shin Megami Tensei game.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
I know our friend Nathan, they announced this like back when the Switch came out, basically. Mm-hmm. And like they announced this the E3 after the Switch came out, and he has been so excited for this, and they just haven't said shit for 5 years. It's insane.
I forgot that they announced it.
Yeah, they did like a teaser trailer, and then haven't said anything since then. This is hilarious.
Yeah. I mean, that's actually very similar for Metroid Prime 4. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
But some other games that they announced as well were WWE 2K Battlegrounds and Rogue Company.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but basically for me, all WWE games suck.
They haven't been good since the PS2, man.
They haven't been good since...
Oh, I know exactly what you're going to say.
Fucking Def Jam.
Oh, I thought you were going to say the WCW game for fucking N64.
No. Def Jam was my shit. I fucking love that game. Even though at the end it just becomes like okay, you used this cheesy move to finish all your other fights. Now you just have to use this cheesy move several times and survive until you can use it again.
Perfect.
Because there's cooldown.
Just cause.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's exciting. It's cool that Atlas is putting more games on the Switch. As of right now, we don't know if Shin Megami Tensei 5 is going to be on PS4 or 5 as well. They haven't announced if it's going to be on anything besides the Switch, so that's exciting for Nintendo.
Yeah. If they have like a third-party exclusive like that...
Oh yeah, it'll sell Japan, that's for sure.
I guarantee it'll be a time exclusive. Know what? I'm not going to guarantee that.
Nah, good call.
That's very possibly a third-party exclusive for Nintendo, which would be huge.
Huge. You know what I can guarantee, Cal?
What's that?
Reggie Fils-Aimé doesn't have to do anything. He keeps getting jobs.
Yeah, he'll just like I asked him the day, and he just said, "Yeah, give me 24 hours."
And he was there. I just asked him I asked him to lift me up so I could reach something in my top cupboard, and he just came over and did it. It was great. I'm like, he's so jacked and so big.
I believe he responded the way he always does when you ask him to do something physical, where he just kind of like flexed enough that his entire suit ripped off, and he said, "My body is ready."
God, I can't believe he ever said that. That's so iconic. So here's the big deal. Here's the slice of the cheese, everyone. Reggie Fils-Aimé appointed to Rogue Games as advisor, joining ex-Sony president Jack Tretton. Here's the thing. Woohoo. He's an advisor. Dope. Like, okay.
Yeah.
You got anything on this? I'm just like, I
mean, all right. Think about it like this. All right.
Okay.
Let me put it in this sort of perspective. Think about politically what Ivanka Trump really does for the fucking White House.
Exactly. Okay. Yeah.
And she is a White House advisor.
Yep.
He's an advisor for Rogue Games.
The parallel is it's too perfect.
Granted, at least he'll actually have good advice.
Yes. Also
so
true.
The parallels do not. It's not that the parallels ever intersect beyond the fact that they are. Besides being just labeled an advisor.
Yeah.
Luckily, because Reggie is such a stud, he doesn't need to peddle fucking beans.
Yeah, Omihai in the chat, he will advertise beans. Reggie Fils-Aimé out there doing like, I don't even know, Bush's baked beans instead of Goya. Oh man, but that's all I got on it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's same with me. Let's move right on to the essential business of GameStop, which, by the way, Reggie is, I believe, an executive. He's like an executive vice president of GameStop, right, or something like that.
He already stepped down from that.
Oh, he did.
Yeah, he's not doing that already. He came in, stocks went up, and he dipped. That's literally what happened.
That was the entire reason I was putting that after. Okay. Well, anyway, this essential store, GameStop, is trying to stay relevant by making the well, at least stores in the U.S. are going to make face coverings mandatory.
Oh, thank God! Like everywhere else in the fucking world. Cool.
Yeah. EB Games probably.
They've been doing it since day one. Yeah. Way to catch up, GameStop.
Yeah. You know, if only they had a really strong executive there.
Literally, physically strong executive.
Yeah. I would not be shocked whatsoever if GameStop is doing this to try and stay open longer for when businesses eventually are told to shut down again.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because I would put good money down that another shutdown is coming.
No, it's not going to happen.
The virus is just going to disappear in the heat.
No.
The hot heat of the summer.
The virus is going to ravage everyone until the election happens, until January, and we'll either have a vaccine or we'll have a new president or we'll have the same president. We'll see. Not to get too political. I just think it's not a political thing. Wear a fucking mask. It's common sense. Please, just for the love of God, give a shit about someone else. Wear a fucking mask.
Yeah. There's no reason to make common human decency a political issue.
Yes. That's that's a bit. Yeah, when you're going to get your going to take in your copy, it's like 6 games to get 6 cents at GameStop. Wear a fucking mask.
Yeah, because you know you're gonna be standing there for 40 minutes while they put each one in their respective consoles.
Gosh, yep.
That they have on site, just to make sure that they actually boot up and work.
Yep. You know what does work? Can confirm. Sexy boy Henry Cavill's gaming PC.
Oh yeah.
Dude, did you watch this video?
I saw most of it actually a while ago. Or well, I say a while, I mean like around a week, like 5 days ago, something like that.
Yeah. When this went up, I was so hyped. I'm like, this is ridiculous, and I love it. He knows what the people want.
I just love that, like, it's this dude that is straight up the most alpha man on the planet, right? Like, I cannot think of anyone more manly, like, more stereotypically, like, classically man than Henry Cavill, right?
Yeah.
He has the fucking butt chin.
He's got
the big muscles, the big chest, all of which is naturally done, by the way, because he felt like Superman would have gained his muscle that way.
AKA, he thought it was bullshit to kill himself to play Superman.
Yeah.
With like these insane workouts and shit. Dude, he's like legitimate.
He's also an intense geek.
Oh, dude, I love it.
I think it's awesome.
The meme. Look at that. The meme where they're like PlayStation or Xbox and he's like PC. I'm like, that's so great. That's so funny. And he's just like such a chill dude. He's like, yeah, I'll put together. Had some gaming to do. Just like absolutely ridiculous. Look at this man. It's
I'm very comfortable in my heterosexuality enough to say I'm jealous of his butt.
Yeah, okay, so his butt's insane. I am very comfortable in my bisexuality, and I would say, goddamn, this man, he's unbelievable. Gamers, Gaymers, rise up. look at that though. Like he obviously actually knows what he's doing too. Like, I'm not saying that you can't, not saying you can't know what you're doing and enjoy building a PC, but he just like, he is an avid gamer, like very proud of it. And, oh man, what's hotter, this PC or him? I don't know. I'm really struggling right here.
I appreciate the way that his CPU actually has that thermometer just right on top. That's fucking awesome.
Right, man. Gosh, look at that. That's just cool. What a cool dude.
That's sexy, and the guy is hot too. Oh man.
The chat, Omi-hi, the G in LGBT can also be for gamer. An oppressed group. God. Well, that is the Game Scrubs podcast. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you like what you saw, make sure to drop a follow. If you're feeling real frisky, drop a sub. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Jake the Mayor. Cal?
You can find me on Twitter at Humble Halfwit.
Check out our Facebook group. It's on the bottom. At the bottom, if you're watching on Twitch, it's at the bottom. That's where our YouTube channel is. Our YouTube link is as well. Post content at least once a week. Working on some more stuff right now. Say that every week, but it takes time to make quality content, so we don't want to just shovel bullshit out to y'all.
Yeah, I mean, even though before we were talking about, the thing is, those 1 minute videos that we were talking about before we even started the podcast, which by the way, if you follow us, you'll know right when we start streaming. So
yeah,
there you go. That'll be hot.
Yeah. Also, hit us up about our Discord. I think it's fun. Lot going on. It's a great group. Having a great time. What more do you want? Talk about pets, sharing art. Talk about
I feel like we've
games.
really developed quite a damn good community.
Yeah.
And
very.
I've said this before, and I'll say it again. I'm damn proud of it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it is truly an accomplishment.
Got people from all walks of life just bonding over having a great time together. Like,
yes,
having common interests and talking shit, having fun, sharing memes. Talk about
Hell
Cat
yeah.
in the Hat.
I saw that.
The same cinematographer that shot Revenant shot Cat in the Hat? Why? Unbelievable. I'm not going to sleep now knowing with that knowledge. my world has been shattered.
Yeah.
But thanks for tuning in, everyone. Keep an eye out. We're going to be putting our schedule up soon for streams for the week. Got a lot going on, so might be a lighter week this week.
Overwatch.
Yeah, that OW.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Yeah.
That's going to be it for us. Tune in next week. Scrubs.
Scrubs.
We're out.